behind me is, well, right now behind me here is Kapilavastu, and this is where Buddha grew up. This isn't one of the holy sites. One of the holy sites is where he was born. This is just where he grew up for the first 20 something years of his life. And you can't really tell from this angle, but this site is huge. And this used to be an entire kingdom, you know? Not a big kingdom, but it was a kingdom. And when I walk around the site, there's all these different ruins, which indicates that there were a lot of different, facilities. There were a lot of buildings. There were a lot of farmland. Basically, Buddha, growing up, had practically everything that he already wanted. Anyone could want, right? But after venturing outside of these gates, we walked in through the western gates and then we exited through the eastern gates. But anyway, after venturing outside of the gates, he found that the entire world outside of this little, well, not little, outside of this really big castle is full of suffering. And that's when he started contemplating what is the meaning of all of this suffering? How can we be free of it? And once you start having that kind of a seed in your life, it doesn't matter how big your house is. It doesn't matter how big your kingdom is. Once you start having suffering inside of your mind, your entire mind becomes a prison, right? And through his practice, he eventually became the Buddha, and he freed himself from his own suffering, from his own mind, and solved suffering once and for all. And then he was able to come back home and meet his parents again and things like that. But I think the most important thing about visiting this site is that as long as you cannot find happiness right here where you are, it doesn't matter if you're a prince. It doesn't matter if you're a slave. It doesn't matter if you're by the way, cows. It doesn't matter if you're a tradesman. It doesn't matter if you're work at a market. As long as you can't be happy in your life at this moment, you're within the confines of your own life. And so it's very important to be passionate about freeing ourselves from this prison that we made ourselves in our minds. And that's the general impression that I have of Kapilavastu. But man, Nepal is really cold, which is obvious because it's like more north. But yeah, it's pretty cold. Anyway, going back to India again tomorrow to visit some other important temples in Buddhist lore. So I'll see you guys in the next video.